I faked a cross-country move to get an old acquaintance to move far away from me. The coffee shop was packed that Tuesday morning when someone grabbed my shoulder from behind. Jack, thank God you're here. I've been texting about. The woman froze when I turned around. Oh my God, she whispered, staring at my face like seeing a ghost, then ran into the bathroom. What the hell? That's when I noticed him in the corner booth wearing my exact NASA hoodie from Kennedy Space Center. The limited edition they only sold for 2 weeks. The woman had mistaken me for him. When the barista called vanilla latte with oat milk and 2 pumps caramel, we both reached for it. Sorry, thought that was mine, he said in my exact cadence, then ordered the identical thing while tapping out exit music on the counter. Wait, that's my nervous habit. He smiled and went back to his booth with the book I'd finished last week. My mind raced. Was this guy studying me, copying me, or was this the world's weirdest coincidence? No way someone randomly has my exact drink, my exact hoodie, my exact nervous tic. When he left, I knew I should let it go, but I followed him instead. I followed him 12 blocks and my skin crawled when he took my exact route, including that stupid detour past the Gothic church nobody else would know about. Through his building's glass, I watched him check his mailbox, jiggling the key twice before turning, then counting stairs out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, which I'd done since I was 6 after watching some movie about OCD. His apartment door was propped open with a package. Inside, my grandmother's dining chairs sat around his table with the vinyl torn in the exact spot from when I was 8, and I tried to hide a knife I'd been playing with. The TV hung crooked at the same angle from drilling into a stud, just like mine. A golden retriever bounded toward the door with a white hat shaped exactly like Texas, and I actually said, "What the hell?" out loud because that was my dog Duke's exact marking, except Duke was home at my apartment. The man sat on the couch where my spring was broken, watching episode 7 of an obscure British show with 800 total views. I had watched that episode the night before. "Good boy, Duke," he said, scratching behind the dog's left ear exactly where my Duke liked it. Then his phone rang and he answered, "Yeah, this is Jack," in my exact inflection from high school. "No, I can't tomorrow, I have that thing to deal with," he said, and then quieter like he was embarrassed. "You know, with the furniture I inherited from my grandmother." I ran. I took the stairs 3 at a time while my brain screamed this wasn't possible. Back home, I deadbolted the door and sat on my kitchen floor googling, "Someone stole my entire life, an identity theft but with furniture," until 4 a.m., finding nothing because what crime was this when he hadn't stolen my credit cards, but had somehow stolen everything that made me me. By sunrise, I knew I had only one option. "Listen, I need help with something insane," I told my boss the next morning, shutting his door and checking the hallway through blinds. "Someone is stalking me and has recreated my entire life down to my grandmother's furniture, and I need to pretend to quit for Denver." He laughed until he saw my face. "Wait, you're serious?" I showed him photos. The chairs, the crooked TV, the dog identical to Duke. "What the hell?" he whispered. "Take whatever time you need, we'll call it remote work. But are you calling the police?" I explained copying someone's life wasn't illegal, and he just stared. That afternoon, I posted everywhere about my Denver opportunity, tagged the coffee shop, and called friends from outside his building talking loudly about double salary. The movers came 2 days later while I packed, but they were actually security who found 3 cameras, bathroom mirror, bedroom smoke detector, ceiling fan. Professional grade, the tech said. I threw up in my kitchen sink. For 2 weeks, I lived in a Denver Airbnb posting mountain photos, telling everyone how happy I was while checking flights obsessively. When I flew back, his apartment door was wide open with the landlord showing it to a couple. Previous tenant lived here 18 months paying cash. Perfect tenant. Then calls at midnight saying he's moving to Denver, already at the airport. Called himself Jack, but get this. He left a note saying, "Tell him I won't need this anymore," with no name for who him was. My blood went cold. The landlord held up my college roommate's custom spring break 2019 bottle opener. Only 20 existed. It was just this junk. I don't get it. While walking out, the woman said, "Weird smell, like old cologne," and I almost laughed because it was mine from Prague. I'm back at work now and everyone thinks Denver didn't work out, but I check every face in every coffee shop window before I go inside. Last week, a guy on the subway was wearing my deodorant, and I got off 3 stops early, walked home, and threw away every product I owned that had a distinctive scent. Duke won't sleep through the night anymore because I get up to check the locks whenever he shifts positions. Yesterday at the grocery store, a man reached for the same cereal as me, and we both grabbed the same box of the limited edition flavor, and I abandoned my entire cart and left. He's in Denver living my fake life, but I know he'll figure it out eventually because someone that obsessed doesn't just give up. Sometimes I wonder if he's already back and with better camera hiding spots.